Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning into today's video. We have more PlayStation news, rumours and leaks to go over. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and if you're new here to the channel, please consider subscribing. So, only one real place to start. Sony Group Corporation is reportedly in discussions to acquire Kadokawa Corporation, a move that could significantly expand Sony's presence within the world of gaming, publishing and media. According to a Reuters report citing two anonymous sources, negotiations between the two companies are currently ongoing, and a deal could be finalized in only weeks if successful. This report, of course, is coming from Reuters, a global media agency. Both Sony and Kadokawa have declined to comment on the matter, keeping everything very secret right now. Kadokawa Corporation is a major player within the entertainment industry with an impressive portfolio of publishing, film production and cross-media projects. Notably, the company is the parent organization of several well-known game developers, including From Software, creators of Elden Ring and Dark Souls, Spike Chunsoft, developers of the Danganronpa series, Acquire, known for the Way of the Samurai franchise, and Gotcha Gotcha Games, developers of the RPG Maker series. Kadokawa also owns Kadokawa Game Linkage, which operates prominent media outlets like Famitsu and Dengeki. Sony Interactive Entertainment, a subsidiary of Sony Group Corporation and the company behind PlayStation, already owns 14.09% stake in From Software. If the acquisition of Kadokawa proceeds, From Software could become an official PlayStation studio, cementing its position in Sony's growing catalogue of first-party developers. Sony and Kadokawa have partnered on various projects in the past, most notably in 2022, when Sony increased its stake in From Software alongside Chinese technology giant Tencent. At the time, Hermen Hulst, head of PlayStation Studios, suggested that Sony's collaboration with From Software might extend beyond gaming into other media formats like television and film. This aligns with Sony's broader strategy of leveraging its IP across multiple entertainment platforms, including games, movies and anime. Kadokawa's expertise in anime and manga publishing is also an attractive proposition for Sony, which has shown a growing interest in these areas through its ownership of Crunchyroll and its broader entertainment division. By integrating Kadokawa's extensive catalogue of intellectual properties, Sony could bolster its cross-media initiatives and strengthen its position in both Japanese and global entertainment markets. And if the acquisition is completed, Sony would hold a majority stake in Kadokawa Corporation, potentially exceeding 80%. When combined with its existing shares within the group. This would give Sony significant control over Kadokawa's assets and subsidiaries, enabling the company to integrate its operations more seamlessly into Sony's ecosystem. And the news has already had a tangible impact, with Kadokawa's shares reportedly rising by 23% following the Reuters report. Observers see this potential deal as a win-win. Kadokawa would gain access to Sony's vast resources, while Sony would secure exclusive rights to Kadokawa's valuable IP, including the works of From Software. And Sony's interest in Kadokawa reflects the company's ambition to dominate entertainment in all of its forms, from video games to anime to cinematic storytelling. And for gamers, the possibility of From Software becoming a fully integrated PlayStation studio adds further excitement. Meanwhile, anime and manga fans could see Sony leveraging Kadokawa's properties for new adaptations and original projects. As of now, the acquisition remains speculative, but given Reuters' track record and the scale of the reported discussions, an official confirmation might not be far off. Should this deal come to fruition, it could redefine Sony's role as a leader in global entertainment, reinforcing its ability to create and distribute blockbuster content across a variety of mediums. Kadokawa Corporation owns or has stakes in several well-known gaming intellectual properties through its subsidiaries. Kadokawa owns a majority stake in From Software, one of the most acclaimed game development studios globally. From Software, who are responsible for several iconic gaming IPs, including the Dark Souls series, which is a genre-defining action RPG series that popularized the Dark Souls-like subgenre. We obviously have Elden Ring, an open-world action RPG, and a massive commercial and critical success developed in collaboration with the Game of Thrones author George R.R. Martin. We also have Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, a highly acclaimed action-adventure game that won the Game of the Year awards in 2019, and we have the Armored Core series, a long-running franchise of mecha-based combat games. Next up, we have Spike Chunsoft. As a Kadokawa subsidiary, Mike Chunsoft is known for its diverse portfolio of games. including Danganronpa series, a cult favorite visual novel and murder mystery series with a loyal fanbase. Zero Escape series, a critically acclaimed set of puzzles. AI Somnium Files, a detective adventure series blending interactive storytelling and puzzles. Conception series, a fantasy RPG franchise focusing on dungeon crawling and relationship building mechanics. Kadokawa also owns Acquire, which has contributed to several niche but beloved franchises. For example, Way of the Samurai series, which is a historical action-adventure franchise exploring the life of a wandering samurai. It's also developed Akiba's Trip series, an action RPG series set in Akihabara, known for its quirky mechanics and pop culture references. They've also had some involvement in the Tenchu series, although the rights are actually held by other entities right now. Acquire played a role in the early development of the stealth-based Tenchu games. Next up, they also own Gotcha Gotcha Games, which is a subsidiary primarily focusing on tools and games with noticeable contributions like RPG Maker, a popular game development software which allows users to create their own RPGs and other user-created content. We also have Kadokawa's manga or light novel IPs, which occasionally receive adaptations into video games, and collaborations with external studios to bring its franchises into gaming formats. In Kadokawa's gaming IP ranges from globally recognized franchises like Dark Souls and Elden Ring to niche but influential series like Danganronpa and Tenchu. These properties not only highlight Kadokawa's strength in diverse genres, but also makes it a valuable asset for any company seeking to bolster its gaming portfolio. So very interesting to learn more about this rumor going around. The fact that a large part of this is coming from Reuters, a global news media agency. Usually when we have these types of stories, they tend to come from within the gaming industry itself, and they can often be very hit and miss. And here we have a major global news media agency running with a story like this. I would suspect that there's a lot of truth to this, and they wouldn't want to come out with something and be way off the mark. They would lose so much credibility with such a story. And as I say, there's no smoke without fire. So let's not forget, nothing has been confirmed right now. Sony could be in this to acquire the anime and manga content. As we know, Sony is heavily invested in this as well to support its Crunchyroll side of the business, and it may not even be interested in acquiring the From Software IP and studio because Tencent might want something to do with that. So anyway, how do you guys feel about this if this was going to be true? What are your thoughts on Sony acquiring Kadokawa if indeed this turns out to be true, and in turn owning the rights and the IP for Dark Souls? They would own the studio behind Bloodborne, and of course they would own the IP for Elden Ring. Would Sony make these games exclusive to the PlayStation platform, or would they treat this like Concord, where Sony owns the IP, however, when From Software makes a new game, it will release everywhere? My personal preference, just so you know where I stand on this, I'm not really for industry consolidation. I don't really care who the major publisher is. I don't like it when any gaming company gets acquired. I like it when there's lots of different gaming companies out there all trying to compete with each other and come up with their own unique ideas, their own unique storytelling and gameplay styles. And when gaming companies get acquired, they have to deliver results for their shareholders and generally have less opportunity to make their own new IP, and often seen as too risky developing your own IP. And in order to protect their investment, the parent company more often than not puts pressure on the developers to produce games that have previously been successful, which in itself is not a bad thing, but I want the studios to continue to innovate, make new IP, make games with new ideas, not just more of the things that we already have. And I know we all want new games like new God of War, new Uncharted, those types of games because we love the originals. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing. Having a sequel or a third game is absolutely fine if the studio can still work on new and original IPs, if they have a second team working at the studio. It would be nice for the studio to make their own IPs, their own signature style content, which we have more of a chance of happening if the studios remain independent. But of course, they are still under pressure to hit targets and generate revenue even if they are independent. But there's more innovation and a chance that we could see something different if the studio is left independent. However, I am a realist. When you have companies like Microsoft buying entire publishers, and you've got behemoths like Tencent and the Embracer Group, it's only a matter of time before some other company steps up to the plate and makes the acquisition. And given Sony's history with PlayStation over the last 30 years within the gaming industry, I'd rather they acquire a gaming studio than a Microsoft, a Tencent or an Embracer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about the rumors of Sony acquiring Kadokawa, and let's move on. Funny enough, to rumors of a new remaster in the works from Software. Nick Baker has claimed on the latest Xbox Era podcast that a remaster of Dark Souls 3 is currently in development. While he wasn't able to share much of any information about the rumor, he did let slip that he is in possession of more information. However, he was not allowed to pass that information on. From Software and Bandai Namco Entertainment haven't issued a comment about the possibility of a Dark Souls 3 being remastered. But it's not out of the question. The original Dark Souls was remastered back in 2018. Dark Souls 3 was released in 2016 for PS4, PC and Xbox One, and was directed by series creator Hidetaka Miyazaki after handing the reins to other staff to work on Dark Souls 2. The brutal action RPG was supported by 2 post-launch expansion packs, Ashes of Ariandel and The Ringed City, and was re-released as Dark Souls 3, the Fire Fades edition in April 2017, featuring the game and both the DLCs. Not sure about this one. It may be that anything related to From Software right now is on hold whilst they deal with their parent company being acquired by Sony, if indeed that is true. But let's move on. Following my video yesterday about some of the games not working properly on the PS5 Pro, and only a handful of games, some people commented about their gameplay experience with Star Wars Jedi Survivor, some saying they had no issues whatsoever, others were saying they had problems. Jedi Survivor is one of the few games that are experiencing some teething issues on the PS5 Pro. The game is bogged down by image quality problems despite having some pretty impressive ray tracing effects. Now, in the wake of these issues, publisher EA has confirmed that it is looking into the problems. They go on to X and make a very brief official statement which goes on to say, "We are aware of the issues with Star Wars Jedi Survivor on PlayStation 5 Pro and are actively investigating." Other than that statement, there are no further updates. For me, at least they've acknowledged this. At least the developers have acknowledged that there is a problem here, right? They haven't ignored it. They've come out, acknowledged it, and they are looking into this problem, which can only be a good thing, right? So expect an update in the not too distant future for Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Let's move on to an exciting new gameplay demo that we're going to be playing this Friday. So Koei Tecmo has exciting news for fans of Dynasty Warriors. A demo for the upcoming Dynasty Warriors Origins will be available to play this Friday, November the 22nd. The demo will be PS5 Pro enhanced. The demo is set to take full advantage of the enhanced hardware capabilities of the PS5 Pro, allowing players to enjoy the high-action gameplay in optimized performance. While specific details on how the Pro advanced technology will improve the experience hasn't actually been revealed, the game's signature combination of crowded battlefields and fast-paced combat suggest enhancements like better stability, improved frame rates, and advanced visual fidelity. It is a significant milestone for the franchise as Dynasty Warriors Origins promises to bring a fresh take on the action series whilst embracing cutting-edge technology. The Dynasty Warriors Origins demo offers a playable recreation of the iconic Battle of Shishui Gate, a section previously showcased at the Tokyo Game Show. However, the demo has been expanded to provide a deeper and more challenging experience. Koei Tecmo has reworked the segment to make it more substantial, ensuring both newcomers and series veterans find something to engage with. Unlike many limited time demos, this one doesn't come with a countdown clock, so players are free to enjoy the content at their own pace. A notable feature of the demo is the opportunity to experiment with 4 weapon types. And these 4 weapon types are a sword, which is a balanced and versatile option, a guandeo, which is a heavy weapon with sweeping attack, a pudeo, which is a dynamic pole arm for mid-range combat, and wheels, a unique and fast-paced choice for agile players. Players can also adjust their arts, gems, and accessories to tailor their playstyles. Difficulty settings are also included, ensuring that the game is accessible to a wide audience from casual players to hardcore fans seeking a tougher challenge. Alongside the demo's release, pre-orders for Dynasty Warriors Origins will also open on Friday the 22nd of November. Early buyers will receive an exclusive in-game cosmetic, the Nameless Warrior Garb, a costume inspired by the Wulong Fallen Dynasty game. And this cross-franchise nod highlights Koei Tecmo's dedication to its fanbase and its growing catalogue of action-heavy titles. The full game is scheduled to release on January the 17th, 2025, exclusively for the PS5 platform. With the demo offering a taste of the action and customizations, fans have ample time to prepare for the full release. As the next major entry in a long-running franchise, Dynasty Warriors Origins seeks to both honor its roots and modernized the experience. The game's expanded demo and PS5 Pro optimizations signals a push towards retaining the series' core appeal, epic battles, legendary heroes, and frenetic combat, whilst also embracing the new technology to elevate that gaming experience. Whether you're a long-time fan or new to the franchise, the demo is shaping up to be an excellent opportunity to dive into the reimagined action spectacle. I'm keen to see how this game plays out. I often believe that if a company is confident with its game and decides to release a short playable demo, then it must be confident that the game looks and plays well. I mean, fans of Dynasty Warriors are going to buy the game regardless of the demo. However, by releasing the demo, it will hopefully attract a new audience to the game that are hopefully tempted to play the full game after trying the demo. I mean, that's what I intend to game. I haven't really played, I'm trying to recall if I've ever played Dynasty Warriors. I don't think I ever have. So this will be a first for me. I will be trying the demo out on Friday, and if I like the game, I'll make a note of it and look forward to picking up the full version of the game when it comes out on January the 17th. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below about the topics discussed today. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you on the next video.